If you have an embryo transfer coming up and you're wondering whether you need to stop working out, if you need to be on bed rest, or if stress can ruin everything, let's talk about some actual data from a 2026 seminal contribution study published in Fertility and Sterility. This study followed 82 people going through frozen embryo transfer cycles. Every single one of them wore a Fitbit for about 40 days during their cycle, and they tracked daily steps, activity intensity, calories burned, heart rate, sleep, and then they measured stress in two different ways, a validated infertility stress questionnaire and salivary cortisol levels. Now let's look at the numbers. The average daily step count was about 7,000 to 7,400 steps per day. Women who got pregnant averaged about 7,455 steps per day. Women who do not averaged about 7,014 steps per day. This difference was not statistically significant. They looked at this in a number of different ways, specifically at the steps before transfer and after transfer. No difference between the two groups. They even zoomed in on the 5 days before the transfer and the first 48 hours after the transfer. Still no difference. They tracked activity zones, so light, moderate, vigorous activity. No difference. Calories burned. No difference. Average heart rate. No difference. As for the stress data, they measured infertility-related stress using the Fertility Problem Inventory. This is a validated psychological questionnaire specifically designed to measure stress related to infertility. The global stress scores were similar between those who got pregnant and those who didn't. They also measured cortisol. There was no difference between the two groups. So subjectively and objectively measured stress did not change the pregnancy rates. This was one of the first studies to use continuous wearable data during embryo transfer cycles, and across the board, movement, stress hormones, sleep, and intercourse, which I didn't include in this reel, none of it changed pregnancy rates. So give yourself grace. You're allowed to move or rest. You're allowed to feel. You're allowed to live in a 2-week wait, and you will not impact your success.